Hi there, my name is Tony Lembo. I'm the executive chef here at the Tropical restaurant in Palm Springs, and today we're making spring rolls, sometimes known as summer rolls, depending on where they come from. They're found in all Asian countries, and they have a variety of fillings. This is what they look like. To begin, we're going to need some fresh garlic. We have 2 cloves of garlic, and we need fresh mint. Fresh, you cannot use the dried mint. Fresh mint is important in this recipe. We have 4 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. We have 6 tablespoons of fresh squeezed lemon juice. We have 4 tablespoons of light corn syrup. The corn syrup gives it a little body. We have 2 tablespoons of sugar, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 4 tablespoons of water, and then to spice it up, you can use either red chili flakes, or today we're going to use fresh serrano chilies. The last ingredient is ginger. You need about 2 tablespoons of fresh ginger. To get the ginger, we're just going to cut a chunk off like that. Then you want to peel it. You can use a peeler or your knife, whatever's easier. And you slice this down into small slices. Then you lay it flat with your knife on top, and you punch it, and that kind of breaks it up, and you do a quick dice through this, and you are ready to go. There's our 2 tablespoons of fresh ginger. Okay, now to put this all together, it's just a matter of putting everything in a bowl. We have our garlic, our fresh ginger, the sugar, corn syrup, soy sauce, the fresh squeezed lemon juice, rice wine vinegar, our sesame oil, and since this is pretty powerful stuff, we're going to put some water in it. We mix this around. Now we have everything except our spice. If you prefer red chili flakes, you can use that. I prefer the fresh serrano peppers. This is a serrano chili. These are fiery peppers, so we're just going to slice them down. We'll leave the seeds in them, and then we'll add those to our dipping sauce like that. And again, that's a personal preference, however spicy you like them. But you're not going to use too much of the dipping sauce, so you want it to have a good kick. And there we go. That's the dipping sauce, ready to go. Now we're ready to prepare the spring rolls. To begin, we'll do this in stages. The first stage is actually getting all of our ingredients ready. The first ingredient we need are shrimp. We get our shrimp, peel them, devein the backs of them, and then you boil them in salted water for about 3 or 4 minutes, just until they're cooked. When they're done, you shock them in ice cold water, and this is what we end up with. We're going to cut the shrimp in half lengthwise. So we just cut them this way, so we have 2 halves that look the same. That's ready to go. That's all we do for the shrimp. The second part of this is preparing the slaw, which is part of the filling for the spring roll. Now, to do that, you have to buy one of these. This is an Asian green papaya. These are available in the grocery stores. It's a different fruit than a regular orange papaya, and it's kind of indispensable in this recipe. They are always used in all spring rolls. When you get your green papaya, and we're going to cut a slice off the side. I've already done this. We're going to cut a slice off the side like that. This is what they look like inside, and the whole thing is edible. And we peel it with a vegetable peeler. Then we have to shred this. Now to shred it, you can use a standard kitchen shredder, or here at the restaurant we use one of these. This is a Japanese mandolin. You just want to use your shredder, slice this down like that until we get our shreds. As you can see, this is a great salad. We'll put this in our bowl. That's the first ingredient there. Set that aside. The second thing we're going to shred to add to that part of it is a carrot. Peel the carrot, and we shred our carrot like that. So we have our carrot shreds all ready to go. You see they break apart, and we'll add that to a bowl as well. And then the last ingredient in our little slaw here are scallions. We're just going to get about a bunch of scallions, half a bunch of scallions or so. Straighten these out. We want to cut the little end pieces off. And then you just slice these as thin as you can slice them, all the way down until the white part stops. And then we're going to add this to our slaw as well. Like that. So here we have our vegetable slaw. And we have one final ingredient. We're going to get a little bit of our dipping sauce that we made earlier. And that's going to be used as a dressing for the slaw. So we'll put some of that on there, mix this around, and that is ready to go as well. That's the second part. We'll set that aside. Lastly, we have our herbs. Now, fresh herbs are indispensable. You cannot make these with dried herbs. There's 3 herbs that we need. We need cilantro, we need fresh mint, and we need basil. So we're just gonna pull off some of those leaves of each, like this. There's our cilantro. We get a little bit of the mint, and we have some fresh basil. This happens to be Thai basil. You can use the Italian as well, but we use the Thai here at the restaurant, a little more authentic, a little bit different flavor. And then we get our herbs, and we bundle them all kind of together like that, and then we chop down there. So we have our herbs ready to go. This smells so wonderful. Herb mixture there. Now it comes time to actually make the spring rolls. The first step we do in preparing the roll is actually assembling the filling. We're going to assemble all of the fillings, get them ready to go, then, as a second part, roll them up in the spring roll. We're going to start by getting butter lettuce. This is butter lettuce. We want to pull some of the outer leaves off the butter lettuce, and there'll be a little bit of this in each roll. We're going to slice this down, and you want to take off some of that tough white part. And that's the beginning, that's the bottom layer. On top of that, we're going to get a little bit of our papaya slaw, lay that on there, then a little pinch of our herb mix, and then we have some of the daikon sprouts that goes on top of our filling ingredient as well. The next ingredient are rice noodles. Rice noodles can be purchased in a grocery store. To cook them, you want to just break some of them off, put them in salted water, and they cook in about 2 or 3 minutes. Drain them and put them in cold water. And when they're finished, this is what they look like. You see, they're soft noodles like this. Now I've run my knife through here because usually they're long strands. Makes it easier to work with the spring roll filling. That's the next ingredient that goes on top of our little bundle that we're making here. Some of the white rice noodles, that goes on top like that. And then the last ingredient are the 2 shrimp halves that we made earlier. We lay 2 shrimp, 1 shrimp per spring roll, 2 halves on top, and we have completed 1 bundle. You want to prepare all of these bundles ahead of time. Then the last stage to the process today is actually wrapping up the spring rolls. That's what we're going to do now. Finally, to roll up the spring rolls, we're going to start by getting a wet kitchen cloth. It's very important that it's wet. It'll prevent the wrapper from sticking. We lay that out. Then we have to get our wrappers. These are rice papers. Again, these are available. I've seen them in the grocery store. Asian markets certainly have these. And it's kind of a strange thing. It feels kind of artificial when it's in this state. But what we'll do is you want to soak this in warm water. So we're just going to drop this here in a bowl of warm water, and that has to sit for about 1 minute. So we pull this out. As you can see, it's soft and pliable now. We lay this on our wet cloth, open it up, and we put our first little bundle that we made right in the center. Now we're just going to roll this up kind of like a burrito. We flip the top over it, then we fold in one side, keeping them kind of tight. We fold in the other side, keeping it tight and square, and then you want to pull it slightly as you roll this up, and it all kind of sticks together, and it makes this perfect spring roll. You then complete the rest of the spring rolls, and you keep them all on a wet cloth covered with saran wrap in the refrigerator, and they stay soft like this for about 3 or 4 hours or so until they're served. To cut the spring rolls, we want to cut them on a bias, which is a side cut, a diagonal cut, into 2 pieces like this, and then we get our serving platter, and we lay 2 spring rolls like this on the platter. So we have our spring roll ready to go. We'll get a little bit of our dipping sauce, and I have some of the papaya slaw left over, so I'm going to put some of that on the plate as well. A little pile of that there, like that. And the garnish for this dish, you can use several garnishes. We have black sesame seeds. That's an option like this. I think today we're going to use chopped peanuts. Gives it a nice, unique flavor. So we'll put some of the chopped peanuts on the plate as well. And there you have a great summer appetizer. Vietnamese shrimp spring rolls with a Thai dipping sauce. I am going to try them. These smell so wonderful. They are fresh. Great. Again, I'm Tony Lembo, Executive Chef here at the Tropicale. Thanks so much for watching.